There we go. Yeah. So if you can see, sorry, this is a bit of a dark trace. So you can see the Droid is going to launch right here. Now you can see that the surge in the number of activations that are happening. And then as this continues on, you'll see that, so the Galaxy S is about ready to launch, and now you'll see Europe is going to start coming up, and then also here in Asia. So I might just show you kind of the highlight in Asia. So this is now zoomed into Asia. I don't know if you can turn any more lights off, but I guess that'll probably be a fire hazard by that point. But you can see here, maybe I could just, there we go. Look, now you can see, maybe we can do hand puppets as we go. Talking on the phone, I don't know if I can do that one. But so you can see these surges that are happening here in terms of the number of activations across Japan and Korea and mainland Asia. So you can see just like just within a couple of years how many how tremendous this platform is sort of like launched and become sort of a part of what's happening in the kind of mobile space. And so because a lot of this has to be that there's a lot of behaviors that are unique to the mobile phone in terms of the way that people search. 1 in 3 searches are local. And then different technologies. So on Android, people have voice search too, so you can search by voice, and 1 in 4 searches on Android are now by voice as well. But it's about like kind of the different behaviors that are happening on different platforms. This is actually showing the difference in search traffic, so Google search traffic on the desktop versus the mobile platform. And so if we step through the day, like here's the kind of morning commute time, and so there's not as many people online. But then as you go through to kind of like the lunch break, you can see there that there's a drop in what's happening on the PC, and then the commensurate surge of what's happening on the mobile platform. And then there's a kind of TV news dinner time as we sort of get to the end there, and sort of starts to surge down. But as you're looking through this day, you can see that mobile traffic just continues to surge higher and higher and higher, until I guess the question is, what are people doing, browsing in the bedroom or something? I'm not sure. But you can see, but I think really what we're seeing there is people are out and about, they're at pubs and clubs, they're looking for people, they're searching for stuff. It's much more kind of about personalization and localization. So actually, here's another example. This is actually showing SMS traffic in the city of Amsterdam, and that's daily, it's daily surges of traffic. Now they have a tradition in Amsterdam, which is that everyone comes together into the city center for New Year's Eve. And so you'll see here in a moment, so that's the normal traffic, and then here's New Year's Eve. So you can see the huge surge because that's everyone texting Happy New Year at the same time. And then you'll see there's 2 blips. There's like one blip right here, and then another one that happens afterwards. And that's actually the faster typers typing Happy New Year's back is the first blip. And then the slower typers, which you can see was a larger group of people doing the second kind of wave. So you can see kind of like the behaviors there. And I think it's interesting because, wouldn't this be a great branded opportunity? You could say, I'll sponsor your SMS messages for the night, and then you put a tagline on the bottom, that kind of opportunity. So with that, maybe let's have a look at kind of what's happening in this space. So for example, this is the Galaxy Tab, which some of you may have seen here before. And I just sort of captured an example because with these larger format devices, now the kind of opportunity for interactive advertising is certainly moving on as well. And so with that, like you can see, I can dynamically move through all of these things and sort of zoom in and find more information about the vehicle, change its color, look at the interior, lots of different things just from basically like kind of banner ad that kind of drops down in front of the content that you're looking at. So much more kind of immersive and interactive experiences there too. So we also have this thing called Google Goggles, which allows you to do image recognition, so you can take a picture and then find other information. So this is just an example. We've started to work with some people from a marketing perspective. So this is a magazine ad. And I can go and take a picture of this magazine ad, and then it'll jump and actually find the information about that particular advertisement. So sort of, again, transcending these different media. But now what I wanted to do is I wanted to actually do a live demo. So here's my live demo, if I can make it happen. Are we able to transfer over to the document camera, please? You okay to go to the document camera? Okay, cool. So what I've got here is actually a brand new device. This is the Motorola Zoom tablet. Some of you may have heard about this. As you can see, I'm in a different time zone. But so what I've got here is, I'm hoping that I'm actually still online. Maybe I'll just test that before we do this again. Blah, blah. We're actually online. Come on. Let's see. See, this is always good, doing the live demo. in a room full of smartphones. I'm sure you all are on the same network as me. So let's see. Oh, I think it was going. I think we are there. Let's just try something different. We're looking okay, sorry. Just give me another second. Hopefully we can get there. Now I'm showing you all of the good stuff. All the settings. Let's just try again. I'll just see if I can launch. There we go. It's looking for real. Okay. I was expecting some applause for that. No, okay. No, I'll get some applause for this one. Oh, thank you very much. Okay, so here I'm going to launch this Google Goggles. Now, with Goggles, what Goggles lets you do is like it'll allow you to basically take a picture of anything and then find out, what that is. So it could do like a label of a bottle or those type of things, and it could just go off and find that. So what I've done now is I just want to show you one example, which actually looks like we're already there. How do we get there? Sorry. So what I wanted to do is show you. I'm going to take a picture of. So this is just a camera on here now, so I can see things below it. I've just got a picture of a Sudoku puzzle here on my screen. So I was going to do just a quick picture of this Sudoku puzzle. So I got to put the microphone down. Hold on a second. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a picture of just a Sudoku puzzle, and we're going to try to recognize it. So I'm going to just do that quick. And I'll put it up there so you can see. There. Okay. So I've taken that, and now it's actually going off and scanning and analyzing it. Can you see that? Yeah. Okay. Now, if the magic of the cloud computing and the internet actually still loves me enough, we'll see if we can actually get a full scan. Okay, so usually we would have already gotten there. And I don't know, maybe I can, does anybody have a good karaoke song I should sing? Let me try again. Okay, sorry, we'll do it one more time. Okay, so let me tell you what it's going to do. So it's going to analyze. I think as I start talking, maybe we'll get there. But so what it'll do is it'll actually come and it goes off and analyzes. It takes the picture, goes off to the cloud, cloud computing, finds. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's try again. Sorry. The internet is always difficult in a room like this, doing this wirelessly. So we'll, you know what, why don't we just move on and we'll see if it actually gets there in the end, okay? I'll come back to it if it comes back. But so what it'll do is it goes off and it'll find that Sudoku puzzle, it'll recognize it, and then what it does is it says, oh, this is a Sudoku puzzle, do you want me to solve it? And then I can hit the solve button and it goes off and actually solves the Sudoku puzzle for you. So I think it's a really great example of how you can make this kind of next generation of mobile technology, of integrating all of these features in the kind of personal, local environment where I can take those pictures and then go and find that as well. So still a connection problem there. We'll see how we go. So what I'd also say is that like when we think about the personalization and localization, we end up in this kind of scenario where each person in the same location will have different information. So this is an example of a guy at the street corner, and he sees there's a live performance. He likes jazz. There's a jazz bar thing there, building for sale for his business. Where if it was like a kid, there would be like great skate routes in this other area, apartments for rent. And if it was a lady at the corner, she would see different things like where her yoga class is and where her appointments are for later. So I think that that's kind of like an example of where that's kind of moving, and then you could sort of even envision kind of like the future of even content like movie content, for example. So here's sort of a prototype example of being able to say, well, look, there's actually some content, like an actual like movie, so to speak, maybe a scene from a movie happening in this physical location. So you can imagine stuff like, you know, maybe the Twilight series or something where you watch the movie and then you could go into different areas and actually find content and explore and have a different kind of interactive experience.